AZ-900 exam questions. Microsoft Azure Fundamentals. Latest 355 questions and answers. Full version. 1. You need to configure an Azure solution that meets the following requirements. Secures websites from attacks. Generates reports that contain details of attempted attacks. What should you include in the solution? A. Azure Firewall. B. A Network Security Group, NSG. Circa Azure Information Protection. D. DDoS protection. Answer. D. 2. Note: this question is part of a series of questions that present the same scenario. Each question in the series contains a unique solution that might meet the stated goals. Some question sets might have more than one correct solution, while others might not have a correct solution. After you answer a question in this section, you will not be able to return to it. As a result, these questions will not appear in the review screen. Your company plans to migrate all its data and resources to Azure. The company's migration plan states that only Platform as a Service (PaaS) solutions must be used in Azure. You need to deploy an Azure environment that supports the planned migration. Solution: you create an Azure App Service and Azure Storage accounts. Does this meet the goal? A. Yes. B. No. Answer. No. 3. You plan to provision infrastructure as a service (IaaS) resources in Azure. Which resource is an example of IaaS? A. An Azure Web Apron. B. An Azure Virtual Machine. Circa an Azure Logic App. D. An Azure SQL Database. Answer. B. 4. This question requires that you evaluate the underlined text to determine if it is correct. An Azure service is available to all Azure customers when it is in public preview instructions. Review the underlined text. If it makes the statement correct, select "No change is needed." If the statement is incorrect, select the answer choice that makes the statement correct. A. No change is needed. B. Private preview. Circa development. D. An enterprise agreement, EA, subscription. Answer. A. 5. Your company has several business units. Each business unit requires 20 different Azure resources for daily operation. All the business units require the same type of Azure resources. You need to recommend a solution to automate the creation of the Azure resources. What should you include in the recommendations? A. Azure Resource Manager templates. B. Virtual machine scale sets. C. The Azure API Management Service. D. Management groups. Answer. A. 6. You need to manage containers. Which two services can you use? Each correct answer presents a complete solution. Note: each correct selection is worth 1 point. A. Azure Virtual Desktop. B. Azure Virtual Machines. Circa Azure Functions. D. Azure Kubernetes Service, AKS. E. Azure Container Instances. Answer. A, D, E.